Hey, listen, guys. This fragrance was so good, I had to buy it twice. We're going to talk about it. Strap up. Welcome to the Scent Bubble. I am your host for the afternoon. Listen, guys. Story time. I heard Jeremy Fragrance always talking about Halloween Man, okay? And I didn't know which one he was talking about. I thought there could only be one Halloween Man. And so, 1 second, I purchased it. Found it in discounters. Tiny bottle, maybe this like 30 ml. And, yeah, man, or 50 ml. And I picked it up. And, man, I was just blown away. I couldn't stress this enough on the video for you guys, how blown away I was by this fragrance. It's almost like a slight variation of Valentino's Uomo Born in Roma, the EDT. But gosh, this is just such a versatile fragrance. I'm just absolutely blown away by the composition of this perfumery. This easily sits probably in my top 10 on my shelf as most versatile fragrances of all time. Okay? So, once I looked at this and started using it a lot, I'm already probably a quarter of the way through the bottle. I found out that there's more of these. There's like 4 different variations of Halloween Man. And so I started exploring them because I wanted to know, because somebody told me on my comment section, you don't have the one that Jeremy Fragrance was talking about. And so I began down the rabbit trail of that. And then I saw the one he was recommending. And then I looked at a lot of people's opinions of all of the series of Halloween Man. And people said that one wasn't the best one. The best one was the one that I have. But as far as, uniqueness, people were saying the best one is the fragrance we're going to talk about today. This is from, let me see, who's the perfumer here? Okay, so I don't know what house this is from. Before I said this is the house of Halloween and it's called Man or whatever, but that's not right. The designer of this fragrance is Jesus Del Pozo. And so I guess he's just his own house. They don't name the house on Fragrantica. So this is Halloween Man Shot for Men. You can see the difference in the tops. I really love the packaging and the presentation of this fragrance. I think it's really unique and neat. And I think it creates a mysteriousness that is very fitting for this fragrance. You don't expect the fragrance that you're going to get from this. And that's why I think there's so much draw to it. The other aspect of it is these Halloween fragrances are dirt cheap. I got this off of Facebook, full bottle, from a kind person from one of these fragrance groups, and he sold it to me for $25. And this is it two? It's 4.2 fluid ounces, 125 ml for $25. You could probably get this brand new for like $30-$35. Even this fragrance right here is like $35 for 125 ml. I mean, these fragrances are dirt cheap and they smell absolutely pure class, super versatile, layered, high quality perfumery. And so anyways, I picked this fragrance up. Enough of the story time. Let's get to the juice. These fragrances for me are super versatile. You can wear them anywhere, any season, any reason. This one I feel comparatively to the standard Halloween Man, this Man Shot, is more seductive, more mysterious, slightly more spicy. It's just got a lot of draw to it. And I'm sure without even seeing it, this is my first time looking at the note breakdown. Let's just go see the notes here because I don't want to give an initial thoughts on it yet because it just smells so unique. Let's just see what we're smelling. Okay. Guys, this is incredible. I'm already getting excited. Top notes, we have cardamom, daiquiri, black pepper, and lemon. You guys know I hate black pepper, but I will absolutely make an exception for this fragrance right here. This is not offensive black pepper. This is not Chanel's Platinum Egoist black pepper, where it just literally smells like Chanel made the most incredible fragrance in the world and then ruined it by grabbing a can of black pepper and just spraying it all over the top. No, this is smooth. The pepper doesn't even have pop. It's more of a smooth, dark harshness that is super toned down, almost like putting a silencer on a gun to make that pepper smooth. In the mids, we've got Iris. This is more of your, I would say it leans like a split between a powdery iris and a dusty iris. Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Parfum. It's got a little bit of both. It's a little bit brash, but it's also a little bit smooth and powdery. Sage, I don't know. It definitely has a hint of green herbiness to it, but I don't know if sage is the right one. And then in the base, we have vanilla, lavender, amberwood. Let me tell you why this is so masterfully done, guys. It's always so good when you can put a familiar base and give it a majority of the fragrance in terms of the juice composition, and then take at least 40 to 50% in the opening and heart and dress it up. There's nothing special in and of itself with vanilla, leather, and amberwood, right? And yet, those are notes we all love. But when you put those together, then you have so much room to dress up a note profile that people always will love. Everybody will always love vanilla, leather, and amber. It is what it is. So the beauty in this fragrance is that you definitely get at least 50% of vanilla, leather. The leather's not super forward. It's less than 10%, so don't run off, guys. This isn't a leather fragrance at all. The leather here is at 10%, so what it does is it masculinizes this fragrance and gives you a sense of, it kind of puts a teardrop of cigar lounge, leather jacket, fresh pipe tobacco in the nice woody, pipe. It just dulls it. It gives it that edgy, manly aspect to it. But then you have this beautiful combination of vanilla, iris. I would say this fragrance is dominant in the cardamom, daiquiri, iris, vanilla. Lemon is not there a lot, less than 5-10%. And even the pepper is not there a ton. I think the pepper just plays off the leather note to create that edge. But even then, the leather and pepper to me only represent about 15% of the fragrance. I think 85% of the fragrance is kind of this beautiful blend of cardamom, daiquiri, iris, and vanilla. So if you guys can just picture this, it's sweet, it's slightly powdery. You smell that kind of sweet, crisp daiquiri. You smell the cardamom. It's all just a touch of this, a touch of that. Nothing's just sticking its head out. And then it's just wrapped and dressed presentation style in this ambery, leathery, super smooth silencer on the gun black pepper note. Guys, this is phenomenal. For those of you who are asking how much different is it than Halloween Man regular, it is certainly reminiscent, okay? To me, this bottle represents more of the casual versatility. This man's shot represents more of the semi-formal and formal versatility. When it comes to semi-formal, date night, and formal, this fragrance is a jaw dropper. It's got the perfect amount of sweetness, and then the rest of the fragrance is just this manly, seductive, leathery, smooth, peppery, daiquiri, cardamom-y spice. The presentation is absolutely killer. I've described this perfectly to you in my mind, but I want to reimagine this to wrap your guys' head around it if you haven't smelt the way I'm describing it, either because you haven't smelled the notes or whatever. This is almost like somebody took Spice Bomb Extreme, okay? Added a touch of Valentino Uomo Born in Roma, EDT, and then a touch of leather and incense. Okay? Spice Bomb Extreme, slightly toned down to be less spicy sweet and more manly. And then a drop of Valentino Uomo's Born in Roma, so a little touch of bubble gum, the tiniest touch. And then a touch of leathery, incensey pepperiness. Dude, this is a monster, guys. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Blind buy worthy. Put this in your collection now, guys. You won't hear me say it a lot. I rarely will tell you to blind buy and go just pick up the fragrance. The cost makes sense. The juice makes sense. The perfumery makes sense. The uniqueness is there. You're not going to see this note profile on another fragrance, guys. You're not. Again, in the casual, semi-formal realm, this one reigns supreme. It's got a little more ocean note to it. In the semi-formal to formal category, date night to suit to CEO to seductive to just class and sophistication, mystery man. Guys, oh my gosh, this is so versatile in those categories. Any season, any reason for both fragrances. I'm going to shut up. We've already hit 12 minutes. Let me see if there's anything else I haven't touched. You're going to pay about $20 to $40 for this fragrance. For 50 to 100 ml, you'll pay less than 20. Once you start cracking the 120 bottle or higher, you're going to get this fragrance for about 30 to 35 bucks. Man, let me say this as well. This was hard for me to find, guys. I had to look on Facebook Marketplace. That's where I got mine. And it wasn't hard to find per se. I could have bought it like right now if I go to Amazon. Okay, so eBay right now, 50, 44, 50, 23 for half the bottle, blah, blah, blah. These guys are trying to commit highway robbery because they know the fragrance is so good and people want it. Can we get an Amazon deal here? Fragrance Net is selling it for, 4.2. Fragrance Net is selling it for 33 before shipping. So when it comes out, it'll be closer to 40 unless you have some type of coupon or things like that. But yeah, guys, it is somewhat hard to find. Let's see if Fragrance by CA has it. Sold out. And it was going 45 bucks for the 75. That's crazy. Yeah, guys, so I tried looking on the TikTok shop, couldn't find it either. Try Facebook Marketplace first to see if somebody's selling a bottle they don't want anymore. Again, I don't know why this guy sold this to me. He must have just owned a lot of amazing fragrances. But man, it was like a no-brainer for me to accept this offer. 25 bucks for 125 ml for a fragrance this sophisticated. Man, it was just like, wow, the gates of heaven just opened up. Yeah, guys, this is going to be a hard one to find, but I encourage you, if you find it, you have found a rare gem. I would pay whatever for this fragrance just because of its versatility. Okay, so price, we went over situation, season, any reason, age, ageless fragrance, guys. Any age, enjoy. Teenager to senior, enjoy the fragrance. What was I going to say? I know I'm missing something, guys. Age, occasion, price. Oh, projection and longevity. Okay. So sillage, I give it about a 5 out of 10. It's got sillage. You'll get some initial projection in the first 2 hours. It's very projective, strong in that regard. But I think in terms of longevity, Projection, I'm going to give it about a 6 or a 7 initially, and then it does taper off. Longevity, I give it about half the day. So I would say longevity, you're going to get a solid maybe 5 to 6 hours of performance out of this. Then it's really just going to come down to how much you aerate. You know, did you go outside a lot? Was the air blowing where you were, etc.? I think this is a fragrance that very much you should spruce up again in the afternoon if it makes sense. I think if you put enough sprays, like say you did 8 sprays of this, you know, it could take you through a work shift for sure. But I think just the nature of it in terms of being a semi-formal, formal, date night, romantic, alluring type of fragrance, you're not going to need this to be something you put on in the morning and then go to sleep in. At 5 to 6 hours solid projection, I think you have to put on with a fragrance like this minimum 6 sprays. Minimum 6 sprays because it's slightly above average in terms of its girth as far as the juice. But to really make it pop and to make it dance, I think you got to go 6 to 10. I think 8 is solid. 6 is your ticket to the dance. 10 is aggressive. But yeah, I hope this was enough information for you guys. I absolutely adore the fragrance. To me, in my collection, it's top 20, maybe even top 15 best fragrances in my collection. I can't wait to do a top 15, top 10, whatever. In this category of kind of seductive, incensey, ambery goodness, it easily is in the top 10. I think for the budget and price, it could even slide into some top 5s. I'm being very ambitious with that. But I just think it for its price, you will not find anything that holds a candle to it in its category. For $35, $40, it's not a clone. Guys, it's not a clone. Remember this. Halloween Man is not a clone. In its category, nothing's touching it. Go buy this fragrance if you can find it. This is the Scent Bubble. I really appreciate you guys. Hope that was helpful for you. Like, comment, and subscribe. But most importantly, turn on your notification bell. Because if you like fragrance, I'm hitting you with a new fragrance every single day. So at minimum, you're getting 365 fragrances a year, right? And then you're also getting stories and quick tips and trips and applications and where the cheapest fragrances are. You know, I operate, even though I'm only approaching 300 subscribers, I operate my channel like a gent sense. You're getting high quality thumbnails. You're getting thoughtful videos. You're getting above average videos. A lot of these guys are just kind of buyer's guides. I'm hitting you with above average time length for the content to really make sure you can feel comfortable with your purchases. I'm giving you high quality transitions, the whole show shebang, showing you the note profile and breakdown, treating this kind of like an open live stream podcast type feel. But it is produced, and so I put a lot of thought into it. And I'm always there for you guys in terms of putting you onto stuff I actually wear. I'm not sponsored, you know, so you're always getting the real, raw, and uncut. And the channel is growing really fast, so people are gravitating to it. People who buy fragrances, if you look in my comments, you're always going to find somebody to be able to interact with and get information from them as well. Like people who watch my YouTube channel are also people who I get information from as well. They put me onto new stuff. They encourage me. We all encourage each other in our fragrance journey, and we keep it moving, man. Again, this is the Scent Bubble. Y'all be blessed. Have a good week.